Hello, this is a very short clip to show you how you might undertake the virtual clinic. So the virtual clinic is conducted together with a registrar and a consultant, and the list is held within one of the shared drives. So if you go to your shared drives, you go to the medical drive, you'll find it under Files, AMU Secretary, and at the very bottom, you'll see a virtual clinic folder. The way it will work is there will be a current file with the updated date and the last person who have edited it, and this will be Elson AG. I have opened a mock copy where all the patient information has been made anonymous. And this is what a file would look like when you click on the Excel file. So you would typically start here halfway down the file, and it says, helpfully, for the VC doctors to start from here. I want to show you what happens up top first. So at the very top, there's a range of tests that's not yet been done. So when it's red, there's been no time that's booked for it as yet. When it becomes amber, it means that there is a booked date for the test, but it's not quite done or not quite reported. And when it turns green, it means that there is a result available. But this would be collated by our secretaries and put down towards the bottom of the list to say that at this point, to start working from here. Now, for each clinic, you coordinate with your consultant. What I typically do is that I would let our registrar, I'll discuss with the registrar saying that maybe I would take the first 15 to 20, and then they would take the next 15 to 20. This way, you would make sure there's no duplication in work. What you would do is that for each patient, you would look at their details, you look at the test that's requested, and you find the results and you write an appropriate letter to the GP and patient. As you could see, the investigations requested here tends to be outpatient investigations that take at least 2 or more weeks to come back. Anything earlier than that probably requires an acute medicine clinic follow-up, be it face-to-face or via telephone. So the virtual clinic is for longer-term follow-up. Once you've seen the results and you like to do a letter, this is done on EPR. And I have a test patient here that I can show you how to do that. If you go to EPR, you've logged in, you go to the search option and put in the hospital number. And once you get to this page, you would go to Merlin, no episode. And you wait for that to load. What you want is a non-episodic letter. So you click here to continue. And you want to click on this button here. Once you have the form up, you click on this drop-down box for a new form, and you go for AMU Virtual Clinic Letter. Once that's loaded, you could complete the form, adding in the consultant that you're conducting the clinic together with. You put in your response to the results in letter content. You need to make sure you appropriately fill out what the subsequent follow-up is, whether there's no more follow-up from our department, whether we're referred on to another outpatient clinic, or for GP to do some actions. And follow-up action should be down here below. You fill in your name, your grade, your bleep number, and you need to complete the summary first. So you need to press yes, and once that's available, you click save. You don't need to print this out as our secretaries take the next step. Once that is done, I'll show you what you could do next. So for example, you have completed the actions for this test patient. What you would do is that you would change the color to blue. As you can see from the color key, this is what we try to emphasize. So once there's a test that's not that's requested but no date yet is in red. It's amber if there's a scheduled date, green when it's completed, and you change it to blue if you've completed your actions. I wanted to show you a few other things that might happen on this list. Is that you might put a comment, and this is a comment for our secretaries and potentially for the next person conducting the clinic. Sometimes you could see if there are 2 requests here and you only have 1 result available, you might turn it, say, sometimes we would say we return it to red. And you could say echo report done, no result for urine MCS. Return to red, which means that someone would still aim to follow up a urine MCS. I perhaps got that the wrong way around. You're more likely to get a urine results first rather than echocardiogram, but the principle remains. So what happens at the end, once you've got through your list, you would save the list back in the folder, but you put your name down next to it. So this way, our secretaries will know that this is your amended version. You would not have you not be able to amend the saved version by our secretaries, and this way they can keep an up-to-date list. What I typically do is also to email our secretaries. I'll copy the other member of the team. I copy my registrar. My registrar tends to copy me in to updates on the list and do a bit of a electronic handover for some things that are a bit trickier. So there's a lot to take in here, but you pick it up with time, and please contact your consultant on the day if you have any worries. Thank you very much.